failed your CFA exam more than once, not able to logically understand the syllabus at all, and are mentally drained of this course, are you wondering if you should possibly just quit this exam and move on? Maybe you should. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. Today's video is on a very important topic. It is something that we all possibly struggle with at some point of this entire CFA course, or for that matter any competitive exam that we do. It is about whether we should keep going, whether we should just quit and get onto something else, whether our decision was right or wrong. Now, whenever you have to let go of something, let alone a course so expensive, it does come with a certain amount of uncomfortable feelings. It is a little bit troublesome, it is a little bit painful, but like I said, sometimes we just have to do what we have to do, and this, my friend, is one such case. So let's address it. Let's see what are the parameters that you should possibly keep as a judgment that maybe I should continue, maybe I should quit, maybe I should take a break and do it, maybe I should just keep going. Let's find out all these things in this video. But before that, if you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe. I need all your love, support and care. If you're already a part of this channel, thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. So, the CFA exam, as we all know, is an extremely difficult exam. It is difficult on the pockets. It is very, very expensive. $900 or $1,200 if you miss the early bird is not an easy amount to be paid for each level. Right, so that is nearly $2,700 if you manage to clear all three levels in one attempt. It is heavy mentally. You need to learn to sacrifice a lot on your personal life, on your social life, on your family life, and that sometimes gets a little bit draining. It is heavy physically, right, because sometimes you are multitasking other things with the exam that can get physically draining as well. You are having lack of sleep, you are not able to take care of your body, so it can get physically draining as well. And I understand that when an exam is just so heavy overall, these thoughts of maybe I should quit, maybe I'm not meant for it, do come in our mind more often than not. Before I get on to what the parameters of your judgment should be, I just want to tell you one thing, is that if you do have to take the decision of quitting, if ever you come into that position in life where you feel that, I have to quit, then please do it with utmost dignity. Do not let that quitting one exam affect your reputation, affect your perspective about yourself. Just because you leave an exam midway, just because you have to quit it midway, does not make you any less than anybody else. A 4-letter word called an exam cannot in any way define your value or your worth. Just because somebody else has managed to clear in all three levels in one attempt and you are having to leave it because you failed multiple times does not make you any less. You might be amazing at something else that that person can't even think of. So, like I said, a friendly and a very important reminder before we move to the parameters is that if you have to take that decision of having to quit, please do not let that decision demean you. Take it with utmost dignity, with utmost pride, because you have taken a decision for yourself. You have stood for yourself after understanding what is right and what is wrong for you as an individual, rather than letting the society or influences, peer pressure, take that decision for you. Now, coming to should you take that decision or not, or when should you take that decision. So, in very basic points, if I go, it is understanding if it is possible for you to do this, it is best to do it then itself in the very start. If it is possible, do not register for the exam. First, start studying. Maybe go for a class, attend 4 to 5 topics. I know it is an investment. It is a 40 to 50,000 rupees investment roughly in India, but it still saves you a lot of the time hassle or time waste if you do not want to go ahead with it. Take a class, understand what the course is. If during that class, say in the next 4-5 months, you realize that I'm not able to logically grasp it, I'm just not vibing with the course, then drop off. There's no point of wasting your 2.5-3 years in something that you already realize कि भाई मेरा मन नहीं लग रहा उसमें. Now, what if you have registered for the exam, you gave the exam? Should you continue? Should you quit? It is a very simple point that I believe is, if you've given your level 1 CFA level 1 exam, 2 times and you have failed your exam 2 times for no external reason. When I say no external reason, that is life did not come in the way. ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ that you became sick, somebody around you became sick, there were some personal things happening around that you couldn't study, there were some professional things happening around that you couldn't study, basically any external factor that is not related to your study factor. If you have failed your exam twice without a reason of an external factor, that is without the outer world being a reason for it, then maybe after failing the second attempt you should reconsider whether you should go ahead in this course or not. Very, very simple logic is, if you have studied with your heart, mind and soul, I understand kabhi kabhi luck include hota hai, but that would be okay, 1 attempt. Still you've put in extreme hard work and in your second attempt you still fail. Then maybe it is time to sit back and first of all understand what is happening. Have I misunderstood the concepts? Have I learned something wrong? Or am I really not able to understand what is being taught? If it is the latter, okay, usually when it is the latter, it also so happens that you start losing interest. I highly recommend at this point of time, either you take a break, take a 6-month break to completely reflect on maybe a new strategy and try to align your interests and think, reflect whether your interests are actually aligning with this course or not. And if in those 6 months you're really not able to get that done, then maybe you should consider quitting, because like I said, it is just level 1. If you're not able to understand the basic logics in level 1, then level 2, level 3 will just get tougher, right? So I always suggest this to everybody, that if you have failed your level 1 twice for no external reason, then you definitely should take a 4 to 5, 6 month ideally break, reflect what is happening, why is it happening, am I even interested in the course. If you are interested, if in those 6 months you feel that I did fail, maybe I did some mistakes, but I'm still very keen कि मुझे यही करना है, then with all means go ahead. There is nothing in this world that can succeed like perseverance. But if in those 6 months you feel that I am not my interests are not getting aligned, then maybe you should step back. When is the time that you should absolutely not quit the exam, even if it is getting tough on you? That is if you do not clear your CFA level 3. Please do not think I'm saying this because I did not clear my exam. I'm telling you exactly what my mentor also told me. When you leave it after level 1, or even for that matter you fail level 2, you're like, okay fine, I just did level 1, I have 2 levels left, you let it go. If you leave it after level 1, it's still okay. It's just the start, it's not that you've put in a lot in your life already. On the other hand, when you are on level 3, you have already completed the 2 important stages and you're literally on the last step. Last step पे आके छोड़ना does not make sense. Even if it costs you 3 to 4 attempts, you should take that step, because it is literally just one step, and if you do not take that one step, it is as good as wasting the first 2 steps. So never ever quit on level 3 as much as possible. I understand sometimes logistical issues come, sometimes mental health issues comes. All of those things are completely a different scenario. I'm talking about a very ordinary scenario. In an ordinary scenario, it is not advisable to quit on level 3, because it just takes away from all the hard work you've put in level 1, level 2. Of course, all levels are individually recognized, but itna karke, just that one step ke liye, do not hold back. Take that jump. Even if it takes you 3 attempts, 4 attempts, jump harder and reach the top. So never ever quit at level 3. Trust me, my mentor told me that, and it was a life-changing decision, because even when I was not able to clear my CFA level 3, I also wanted to quit, and he told me, you know what, take a break. So if you are really not able to clear your level 3 in your first attempt or your second attempt, take a break, because level 3 is theoretically very heavy. It's not tough actually, but it is theoretically very heavy, and you need to just have your mind very alert, which usually does not happen when you are so burdened with life. So in level 3, if you feel like, I want to quit, don't quit. Take a break, take a 6-month break, take a 1-year break, but do not quit. That is my number 1 and most important funda for level 3. Now, this was the parameter that we did for exam levels. Sometimes life happens in general, there are circumstances, there are some personal situations that we just are not able to tackle, in terms of maybe we became sick, somebody around us became sick, some household issues, some financial issues, things like that, because of which it becomes very, very troublesome to give this exam, right? Because multitasking becomes a task, paying for this exam becomes a task. In those situations, please, with full dignity, take a break. Take a break, take a 1-year break, take a 2-year break. See if your mind is even aligning with it or you're doing okay without it. But if it is something you really want to do, but then still take a break, get that money, sort your personal life, and then come back if you wish to. It is completely okay to quit if you in between feel that I'm absolutely not aligning with it. I had a friend with me who was giving CFA. She had fully prepared for level 2 and she still dropped out because she's like, you know what, I don't want to do this. I want to get into marketing completely. And she did. She's doing amazingly well for herself. So those are personal situations that nobody can really help you with. That's why the parameters that I gave you before were more quantitative about, level of examinations when you should start thinking of whether you should quit or not quit. So yes, that was it for today. That was this video. Sorry for the throat, guys. I will be coming live on Friday, as I promised all of you. I'll be talking to you one-on-one, especially for the November 2023 candidates and even other candidates of CFA and other general talks, interview related, etc., etc. So we'll cover all of that on Friday at 7:30, that is November 3rd. So please be there. I'd love to see you all. And if you like this particular video, then like, comment, share, subscribe. Ask all your questions in the comment section. I'd love to answer them. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.